what's going on? So I'm back, had some family things go on and all that, but we're here in the nitro barn. We got a lot of wrenching going on, man. Look at this. Bang. Look at all that stuff, man. Working on the FT, everything. So the main thing that I wanted to show you guys is what I'm doing here with this Jim Hottinger hot modded P5. I have a 2000 P5. If y'all remember correctly, the bearing kept falling out of it. The guy that I bought it from said it was the right one, and I ran it about a half a gallon, kept popping the glow plug. But I actually spoke with Rex Welch from RW Mods, and I was going to send it to him, and I still may after I do what I'm going to do, to get him to give it the once over. But basically I got the proper bearing for it, so it shouldn't pop the glow plugs anymore. I think that bearing was spinning inside the race in the crank itself, and it was causing issues. So also just through that half a gallon, maybe not a half a gallon, I'm sorry, a half a tank, maybe a full tank, something like that. I ran it out in front of the house for a little bit, and everything was brand new in it, you know, except that bearing. But what I found out, what I saw, can I switch this around now? No, I don't think so. So what I had is when I took it apart, I found this crank has some chips in the skirt, so I don't want to use it anymore. But this rod is brand new, and it's modified. It's lightened. You see the groove there in the bottom of it. You may not be able to see. I'm doing part of this video on my phone, and the second part's going to be with the GoPro, but you might be able to see it there. So I'm going to take this rod, and it's brand new, man. Now the guy had broken this thing in, but that's all he said he did was break it in. Then I ran a half a tank, maybe a full tank, I'm not sure, through it. But that piston wasn't like that, so I'm thinking that happened. Thank God nothing else got messed up. This is the modified sleeve. It's good, man. It's muy bueno. I checked the inside. Everything is smooth. It's kind of hard to see with this phone and the light, but everything is good on this sleeve. So everything on these two engines, the 2005 model and the 2019 model, all the internals are the same with the exception of the bearing and the top of the crank. So I wanted to, this bearing is the 4.5, it's the larger oversized bearing for Novorossi, and this one is just a 14 inner diameter on that one. So I almost wanted to take this crank, piston and sleeve and put it in this one, because this is a turbo headed button head, and the 2005 model was before turbo plugs. It is just a regular glow plug. So, but that's not going to work. I'm going to have to do everything with the 2005 crank, because if I was going to do it, you know, the majority of your power comes from this modified crank, and if I can't use the modified crank in here, but I can use the piston and the sleeve, then I'm not going to do it. But so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this piston is good. There's nothing wrong with this piston right here. No cracks, no breaks, no nothing, man. It's perfect. So I'm going to take this piston and I'm going to put it on this brand new lightened con rod, and we're going to put everything back together in this 2005 with the new bearing. So we're going to have us a brand new, basically brand new, hot modded, basically just broke in. I don't know if you guys can see that. Jim Hottinger. Probably can't see it, but it's marked right there. But anyway, so I just wanted to fill y'all in on that. And the FT, guys, I'm doing a lot of stuff on that. We'll talk about that here in a little bit. So let me I gotta make a couple of phone calls to one of my boys, and after that I'll get back to y'all and show y'all exactly what I got going on, man. So we'll talk to y'all in a bit, man. I'll be back in a second. Alright guys, I'm back. Sorry, just talking to one of my boys. Alright, so anyway, where was I? Oh, I can zoom in now. So let's take a look at this. You see where it's chipped? So I've already mic'd all these with the digital caliper. Both pistons are the exact same piston, and both sleeves are the exact same sleeves, except one is modified. So I wanted to use this for the turbo plug, but it's not going to work because the bearings, the bearing race is a different size. This is the oversized bearing, Novorossi oversized bearing. So we're going to have to do it in this one with the standard glow plug. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean everything up. Now that I got the zoom on, let's look at this again.
How old is it?
Get the other one.
Need a piston and sleeve just totally worn out, too many gallons run through it, time for rebuild.
So that is the stock one.
Needing a piston and sleeve, I'd be interested in buying it. I'll rebuild it.
That's the stock one.
Engine I've always wanted that I've never gotten to get a hold of.
That's the modified one. Big difference. Modified on the right, stock on the left. Sorry, it's a shaky camera, guys. Back plate is modified as well.
You're probably too lean somewhere. That's a problem you're having. Easiest way to do it,
Here's the stock back plate.
set your needles, back to factory settings, start over. Practice with it.
Alright, so everything is the same except for the bearing race. Now, so I already replaced this bearing, did it a little while ago, and we are going to clean everything up. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this modified con rod off, and I'm going to put it on the other piston, and then we're going to put this back together. And this thing should be a screamer. Jim Hottinger hot modded. Now, this thing doesn't have very many gallons on it at all. Look at the pinch. So this is the piston out of the newer 2019 Nova. Look at that. I can push it up in there a little bit more, but I don't want it to get stuck.
I know, man, someone's got to donate one to the freak.
And there's the 2019 one, the new one. This one's about had it. So we'll put the good piston with the new con rod in the modified engine with the brand new bearing, and we should have a badass modified .21. Now this is the box for the modified one. It's a RX-21 P5X, production year 2005. So this one was made in 2005. And the guy told me it only had a gallon. I ran a half a tank through it, and I very well possibly could have, because of the bearing being bad in there moving around, I very well could have damaged this piston. So I don't remember it being like that whatsoever. So we'll get it swapped over, and then we should have a badass engine here. I'm gonna polish everything up. So alright, what's next, guys? So we got the FT all broken down. I did find the plastic transmission mount was broken. Okay, so I ordered a CNC aluminum one. from Rovin. They have them in stock. I ordered a brand new differential. So the problem with this diff, the problem I had with the FT is the screws. Oh, they are here. The screws backed out, and they have that problem a lot. That's why you're supposed to go over everything and Loctite it, but not very many people are aware and pull their diff out and Loctite it. These diffs have a fill hole here, so you can fill it without pulling it apart. But I do have a brand new one coming, a brand new differential, so we'll clean this one up and we'll save it. The new diff is complete, so it's going to have new drive cups and everything. These things are monster, man. They're beefy. I'm used to nitro, man. So a new one of those. At this time right now, I'm not going to get the aluminum transmission case. For one, I've spent a ton of money on everything else, guys. My AT, my daughter's E-Word. So we're going to stick with the plastic one, but we're going to do a new diff. These gears are still good. None of the none of the gears have any issues. We do have a I got this in. This is the rear upper chassis bulkhead right here. So I got that. What else? Oh, I got a new clutch coming. This bell is still good, but I do have a brand new clutch coming for the FT, and we're gonna replace it. This one's still in good shape, man, for the Rovin clutch that people said was a piece of junk. This one never let me down, man. It's still got some meat on it, probably about 3/4 life, but we're just gonna go ahead and clean this up, take it off, and we'll save it for later in case I need a backup, and we'll put a brand new one on. I have a piston stop tool coming from DDM, and a couple of other things coming from DDM as well. Got the piston stop, got the clutch coming. What else? We got some more. Oh, a new lathe shaft. We're going to be using the Kraken lathe shaft. It's supposed to be much beefier and stronger, and it also is clipless. You don't have this clip on the end there. It's actually got a screw, which makes it a lot easier for getting this steel spur gear back on there. So, and I didn't get the brake nut, but I should do the Kraken brake nut as well. And I may order that tonight. But we definitely got the new lathe shaft, and the new clutch and diff. Other than that, guys, that's really about it. I just wanted to touch base with everybody, let y'all know what's going on, show you my new bearing puller here. Old school, baby, but it works. It works perfectly fine. I didn't have to spend 150 bucks. You know, old school, but it works, man. But I'll probably get a bearing puller when they come back in stock. I noticed you had some of them, I think, on A-Main, and I'm not sure how those are set up. The one that they have that says it's for .12s, and you know, maybe on-road engines. So I don't know if it's the same thing or not, but until I can get the proper one, I'm not going to mess with it. You know, there's no issue. I learned this from Rajay, man. There's no issue. I think he has since got one, but there's no issue doing it this way as long as you do it correctly. So this is a 2005 carb here, pretty much brand new, man. Novorossi carb, but I have this one on here too. So I don't know. I was kind of hoping to get over here so I could use the turbo, but it's not going to work, guys. Alright, guys, and what I noticed also, there was a .80 stack of shims on this modified Novorossi as well. So All right, guys, that's going to be about it. Just want y'all to know everything's all good and well. Oh, also, I want to give a shout out to Mr. No Name. Haven't seen a lot of Nitro Freak stuff, but I asked him to let everybody know that you were okay. So, shout out Mr. No Name, and welcome into our little circle. Our little circle. Not really a circle, just a group of friends that are hobby enthusiasts, man, that want to learn things. I learn things every day watching Nitro Freak and listening to things from Lil Chill and you know, Crucial and all the guys coming out there, David and Family Affair and everybody. So keep it up, Nitro Freak. It's a great live feed, man, but you got yourself into something that you can't get out of now. So I wonder how many episodes you're gonna run before you get knocked off the air. All right, guys, so that's about it. There are a lot of things that I want to do to this FT, guys, but there's only so much money to go around, you know. You got to take care of your family. Family comes first, and I had some super sad you know, things happen over the past few days. I'm not going to go into it, but you know, I'll just tell you guys that depression is real, man. Depression is real, and you know, always make sure and tell your loved ones that you love them and you care about them as much as you can. That's all I can say. So, all right, guys, that's gonna be it. See if I can turn this GoPro off at the right time. I noticed in my last video I was just standing there like but anyway, guys, oh, let me show you one more thing. So once I get this together, I want to run it in something. I'm not going to run it in the truggy. So next bash we're going to do is going to be with the MB 48.4, and we are going to be running the modified RCR LRP in this buggy. This modified LRP barely has a gallon on it right now. So we just did the break-in. We've done a couple of runs with it, and that was it. And we did a full throttle break-in on that, if I remember correctly. But Thursday is the day that the 8T should be here, so we'll go over it when it gets here. I'm trying to get all my stuff laid out for it, so I'll be ready. I've got, you know me, I'm going into bash mode, and I think after I bash this the next time, we're going to tear it down in the diffs, and we're going to set this up for the track. And then when we get the 8X Elite, probably set it up for the track too. I'll probably set up my buggies for the track and my truggies for bashing, because I think it's more exciting personally. With of course, I've never raced, but from watching racing, to me it's more exciting watching the buggies, man, just because they're more agile on the track. You can do more with them, I think. The truggies are a little awkward to me. But anyway, we got a new Max Life 4-shoe setup, gold springs, got the clutch nut assembly and all that ready to go, and the kit will come with the 8X flywheel and all that. So alright, guys, I think that's going to be about it. Oh, I got my stuff coming from A-Main too. It should be here tomorrow, the next day. Badlands DE Racing rims, my new ProTech radio box for my badass old school Futaba. I love this old school Futaba. It's a dinosaur, like a Tyrannosaurus Rex, but it's bad to the bone, and I want to take care of it. And what else do I got? Oh, I got the 8X top plate coming, and a few other things. I got a bunch of stuff coming in the mail, man. I've probably forgotten everything I've ordered, but we're gonna kind of chill out as much as we can. It's just every time I look at something, when I'm tearing it down like this, you know, like I want to upgrade the brakes, I want to upgrade the plate, I want to upgrade this, I want to upgrade that, but you know, the carrier, you know, the clutch, I wanted to upgrade this, but I'm just not going to spend 150 bucks right now to do it, man. This one is going to be just fine. This is just a basher, it's not a shelf queen, so we'll be all right. I think I'm probably going to do the aluminum rear bulkheads though, to go along with the rear upper bulkhead. So that'll probably be one of the last things I do on this for a while. Other than that, guys, this is something that is very common to break, this transmission mount that goes on here. It goes somewhere, I think here or something, but it helps mount the transmission, and it always breaks. So if you guys have these FTs, man, it's a good idea to check this, because it's probably broken if you've been bashing it, and upgrade it with the aluminum when they have them over there at DDM, or not DDM, Rovin right now. So anyway, guys, that's that. Try and chill out on the spending a little bit. I've never broke one of these down before. It's a new experience for me. I got it all torn down. I'm like, oh man, hope I can get all this back together. But I do have the exploded view, so I'm okay. We'll get it back together. All the bearings were still good and everything. The seal popped out of this one, but I cleaned everything, got it back in there, oil in all the bearings. But that's it, man. So I really just wanted to touch base with you guys and let y'all know I'm still here, let you see what I'm doing, what's going on, and we'll get a bashing video soon, and we'll get the P5X video up as soon as I get it, man. So we'll see you guys after a while. Remember, guys, treat people the way you want to be treated, and always let your loved ones know that you care about them. All right? Peace out.